Hi, welcome to another Derek Does. Today, we're gonna do this. Hi, welcome to another Derek Does. I'm Derek, and if you're new here, please subscribe, like, and comment, and all that stuff. Today, we're gonna be doing something that this is a military item. Now, I've been picking up military jackets and stuff, as you've seen in my past videos. This is another one. This is a new one. This is one that you can find today at the military. Like if you're going for an M65 or something like that, they're difficult to find because they're just difficult to find. This one you can find. This is actually from 2017, so this is pretty new. This is the APECS, and the APECS is I believe it's the all-purpose environmental clothing system. APECS. This is an APECS, what they call a parka, and this is the Multicam pattern. I believe this was the Marine pattern. I believe the different patterns were for different groups, like the Army had some, the Air Force had some, the Marines had some. Maybe I'm wrong. Put it in the description, but probably am. So this is the jacket. It's a Gore-Tex jacket. It's a parka. And except for, this is a really sweet jacket. I have to say, I picked this up, going to flip it, but when I started looking, I've never seen one of these before, and I really kind of like it. If it wasn't a camo pattern, if it was just like a brown or a tan or even a green, I would keep this for sure. It's just super, super nice. I'm going to put it on the hanger and I'll show you all the features. If you ever had like a Patagonia or Fjallraven or a something, is the French one, where they make the high-end outdoor clothing. If this wasn't camouflage, you would not know it isn't one of those. It is just so well designed. It's just fantastic. The only thing I don't like about it, it has Velcro everywhere. There is just Velcro galore on this thing. But I'll put it on, I'll show what it looks like. This one is actually a small regular. And as you know, if you've been watching my stuff, I'm about 5'10", 155 pounds, and I wear like a size 42 jacket. And this small regular fits me. So these were made to wear over multiple clothing. So if you're about my size, I think the small, you can take a look how it looks on me, but the small regular fits me pretty well. I'm sure the large or the medium would fit me great. I think the large would be way too big. So if that gives you an idea size-wise, how these fit. Again, these, you can find these. They're Gore-Tex, so they're not cheap. And I don't think these were cheap probably from the government when they got these. It's nylon on the outside, but with Gore-Tex, and then the seams, and I'll show you that, they're like sealed, they're like that, where they put it over the, it's either, it's not heat, I think it's more like radio waves or something along that nature that will melt the plastic, and I'll show you that. It's very similar to, if you watch my video on that World War II raincoat, very similar. So except that was all rubber that was sealed. This is the same thing. This is the modern version of that. It's all waterproof. It's windproof. It has a hood. I'll show you all the features. But before let me just put it on. You can see how it looks on. It's a sharp looking jacket. It reminds me of like an M65, like a Patagonia or Fjallraven or something like that, like I was saying, type of jacket you would wear. It's very nice. So let's take a look at that. As you can see, here's the jacket, and you can see it fits me. It fits me as like a normal jacket would fit me. If I was going to probably get one of these, I may go up to a medium. Again, this was a small regular. I'd probably go with a medium regular, kind of like what I wear with the M65s and the M51s, those sort of jackets. But you can see, if you like a jacket that fits more of this style fitting, which is a lot of guys like more of a modern fit, which is a tighter, smaller fit, this would be the jacket to wear. I mean, it fits me fine in the shoulders. The sleeves are a little short, you know, as I wear it, but you can see it's a sharp jacket. It has, again, it's all Gore-Tex, so it's sleep-proof, waterproof, snow-proof, probably windproof. It's a great jacket. Like, you could throw this in a bag, and then if it starts to rain, you take it out and you'd be okay. There was a matching pair of trousers with these also. I did not buy the trousers. I just bought the jacket. It has hand warmer pockets here, although they're not really hand warmer, but they just keep your hands out of the weather. So that's kind of like built into it. You also have Velcro going into here. And right here, there's a access to a drawstring that you can pull that tight. Now, there's also a drawstring, same connector inside the pocket way down here, so you can pull this tight. So you can do that all like in your pocket. You could take care of that, as opposed to like an M65 or something like that, where you would have to undo it and then tighten it, put your jacket back on, that sort of thing. So you have that. You also have up here, because it is technically called a parka, and a parka would have, generally, it would not be a zip, it'd just have a big pocket right here. So you kind of have the pocket here, but then you also have the pockets up here. And this kind of reminds me a lot of my Fjallraven parka, the number 9, which I've shown you that one. So you have two easy, and they have nice long, I'll show you also in close-ups when we put it on the hanger, that come down, that you can put your stuff in here. So you have gear here and here that you can zip up, easy to get in and out. These have the Velcro, but again, they have the overflaps, so it would keep the water out as it comes down. You also have reinforced elbows on this thing, so you know, if you're running around in equipment or that sort of thing, it's going to protect the elbows from getting beat up. You have more Velcro up here, and you have a big pocket up here on your sleeve. And then you have another big pocket over here on your sleeve. You can get into it. You have, it can zip all the way up, and then has just a tiny little wind flap up here. You don't have a wind flap down here at all. There's no storm flap. It's like a straight up jacket until you get up to the top, that you can take this around and zip it all the way up. Again, this is a small regular, and as I'm wearing this, I'm realizing I probably would go better with a medium regular. If that's not enough Velcro for you, you have these giant things of Velcro here on each sleeve. Again, I think they went overboard on the Velcro, but they love their Velcro. You also have a really nice feature here that, because this is Gore-Tex, and although it does breathe, it really doesn't breathe like a cotton or something like that. So you have vent holes up here that you can open up. And that's kind of, most parkas, modern parkas, kind of have that feature. So you do have the, if I can put it back, I'll put it back later. But you have the same, we'll get to that. But you have it on both sides. You don't have it along the sides or anything like that, but you do have it here, so as you move your arms, it can push that air out. And also it's underneath here, so as the rain comes down, the rain's not going to go in to your jacket as easily as it would if you didn't have that. On the back, and I'll show you that too, there's a hidden hood. So it's similar to the M65. You have that up there. Although the hood feels very bulky, kind of like the M65. It feels like you actually have things in your collar that are kind of, they're not restricting you, but you feel them. They're there. It's not hidden hood. You know it's there. But let me put this on. So this is zipped up, and this is what it looks like. It comes down a little bit too on the back, so it has a bit of a, I won't say a ducktail, but a little bit of that fishtail, ducktail. But it's not crazy. It's just a little bit, which is kind of nice, because that's when water comes down, you want it to roll off. You don't want it to go down. But if you were wearing the pants, the matching pants with these, you'd be pretty much waterproof. But it's a nice jacket. It is a little difficult to zip because it's so well put together with the Gore-Tex and everything. It's stiff. I mean, it does move. It's not like this. It's not like a rubber jacket, but it is a solid jacket, and it's not like real flexible because it isn't cotton. It's a nylon jacket the whole way. And you just have that on the inside. Great jacket, actually. Again, if this was not this color, if this was just a plain brown or tan, I would totally want to find one of these for myself. They did come in the tiger pattern, a desert, this, a woodland, and there might be a couple more that they have in between. I think these came out in the early 2000s. You can correct me if I'm wrong, and I think they are probably still issued today. But again, correct me if I'm wrong. This is newer stuff. I know the older military stuff way more than the newer stuff. But this is the APECS all-purpose environmental protection clothing, or whatever it is. But it's the parka model. It's a jacket. I wouldn't really call it a parka. I mean, they call it a parka, but to me, a parka, you slide over yourself and has a hood. That's a parka. But maybe just they're calling just a parka because it has like a snorkel hood, maybe. I don't know. We'll get that out and we'll take a look at that too. But let me put it on the hanger for you right now, and you can kind of take a look at the features of it. All right, here it is. This is, again, the APECS Parka. I believe this is the marine version from this pattern. This is a multicam, but you can see it's way different than the multicam on the M65 I showed you earlier in another video. Here's it's got actually a YKK zipper, so it's got a pretty decent zipper on it. These zippers are also YKK. These are the long straps I was talking about. As you can see, it's kind of a basic looking cut of a jacket. Nothing crazy on that, but it does have these Velcro pockets if you like the Velcro. So you got that, and you have, these are the drawstrings I was showing you earlier, and then inside, I don't know if we can kind of see that, but there's the same type of thing as down here. You can feel it right there. There's a drawstring here that you can just push as a push button one like that one. This, I don't know exactly what this Velcro little piece is. Maybe for wiring of some type, I'm not sure. If you know, put in the comments. Again, it's new stuff to me, so I don't know. These are the two side chest pockets to put stuff, and they're pretty deep. They go down to there. So you have those two, and then you also have more Velcro here on the side to store stuff in this pocket, and same thing on this side, same thing. Here you can see the reinforced elbows that they put in, and these just giant straps. So here you can see the almost 6 inches of Velcro just around the sleeve. Not quite sure why you need that much. It seems overkill, but they do have it. This is the vent I was showing you. It goes from there all the way up to there, which is pretty far on this sleeve. So if you do get hot in this, or if it's just a warm day and you need a vent, these would be great just to get some fresh air and everything into there. Let's take a look on the inside. There's nothing special. There's no pockets or anything inside. There's no connectors. I mean, everything is from the outside, like the top waist and the bottom. It's all pulled from the outside. But here you can see the seams. I was talking about, like on that raincoat, you can see they put a reinforcement seam over top of this that gets radio waved, melted onto the material. And then over here you have your military information, and it's a small regular Parka APECS with the multicam pattern and from 2017. Now, one of the things I don't like, and this is just me, but they have to put made, USA fabric made, and then assembled in Taiwan. So these jackets are assembled in Taiwan, which to me kind of defeats the purpose, but it's just how it is, I guess, with this type of materials and manufacturing today. We just can't do it. But this is the jacket. But if you bought a Patagonia or Y'all Raven or any of those other jackets, they would be made in China or Taiwan or something along that nature anyway. So there's not a huge difference. They make quality jackets, and this is obviously a quality jacket. But this is it. This is that little wind flap I was telling you about right up here at the collar. Nowhere else does it have that. There are no epaulettes or anything like that because it's not really a combat jacket. It's just to keep the weather off of you, and you put this over top of your other clothing. So that's why this small fits me pretty well, because it's oversized anyway. So here you can see the back. There's nothing special about it. I mean, it's just straight up back. There's no bi-swing. There's no belts or anything like that. Again, no epaulettes or anything like that. But they do have the drawstring. You can see it's here, and there's also the drawstring here that you control from the front. Now here's the hood. As you can see, the top here has a spring that you can use to tighten up around the collar. But then you have more Velcro that opens this up, and you can open your hood from the other side, like as wearing it, and then your hood just comes out. And you do have a hood that will fit over a helmet, I believe, and you can see that. And it has a little bit of a a visor on it that goes around, and then drawstrings here that you can pull this taunt. So it has like all the features you'd want in a jacket, which is really nice. It's got everything, like I was saying, anything like in a modern jacket, this jacket has. So although it's a military jacket, you know, as a more look at it, it's more like just a modern outdoor jacket with camo. Well, there you go. It's a pretty nice jacket. If you're looking for something along this nature and you don't want to buy a modern brand name type of jacket and you don't mind camo, totally look into these APECS jackets. Again, they made a matching pair of pants. They probably made a hat, I don't know. But I know for sure they made the parka and pants, trousers. And I think they made them in a couple different versions and different styles. And you can mix and match them if you don't want all the same camo pattern. Unfortunately, as far as I know, they didn't make it in a solid color, which actually the desert, but it probably is a desert camo pattern. It's not really a brown color. Anyway, I kind of like it. It'd be a great jacket to stuff into a backpack or something like that, just to have with you if you started to get some rain coming in, because you could totally put this on and you're covered on the hood. So that's really nice. And it's a really light jacket. It's lightweight. I don't know. It's a nice jacket. Totally look into these things if you're interested. And these are something that you can find, like I was saying. And you can probably even go to surplus places if they're still around in your area. They probably have these, because technically this jacket's only, what, 8 years old? It's really not that old, 6, 7. And I think they made them all the way up, and I think they still make them today. So just find one that fits you, get it, and it will cost a little bit because it is Gore-Tex. This particular jacket I did throw up on my eBay, Happy Hooligan 70. I used to put links, but I was told that the links actually don't go to anywhere. But I'll put a link that'll at least take you to my eBay page, hopefully, and then you can do a search and you can find these. But I have other military jackets and other stuff on there too if you're interested. This is the APECS All-Purpose Environmental Clothing Protection, or APECS? I don't know. One of those. Just call it the APECS. That's what the military does, because they don't like the super long names either way. Again, this is a small regular, and it's a great jacket. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Put down in the comments if you know, because I know a lot of you guys, particularly just came out of the military or something like that, they know what these jackets are because they actually had them. Whereas opposed to like my M43s and M41s, those guys really aren't around as were issued these jackets. So tell me your, not just me, but everyone who reads, your experiences with these. I mean, are they as nice as what I'm saying, or what my first opinion on these things are? Maybe they're really bad and something or another. Who knows? Put it down there. Let's find out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next Derek Does.